When we look at these feet from the side, where do I want to fit? I like to imagine where my point of articulation is, and I look at it there. That there, I think from the side, is close to my duckus dog. From here, I'm going to look on the bottom and see how close I am. Sometimes you do get off. So I think I'm pretty close. Looking at the articulation, point of articulation. So that's the center of my foot. Does that make sense? That's what I'm looking at. So what I'm trying to do, if that's the center, I want to shoot my foot into an equilateral triangle. Equal amounts on either side. So where my toe comes to, my heels dictate how far my toe has to come back to. My frog length dictates on my wall. If you measure my frog from the back to duckus dot, it should be close to the wall on the front, in my opinion. So there's a lot of guys that I think do use that. But there to there, and from there to there, it must be very close. Weight distribution. If you're having too much on the front here, you're overloading the heel. And then we always get that caudal heel pain word that everybody's using. Caudal heel pain, caudal heel pain. I think it's a weight distribution problem, and yes, there is heel pain, but it's a weight distribution problem. Doesn't matter what type of horse you do, everything is relative. So when he's loading that limb, you want him to be buried on that. If that heel is migrated forward and I fit it there, then that toe is out here. So everything is migrating forward. The foot migrates forward. So that's my goal. I'm going to shoot him just past the heel, safety it up, and then come back on the front here. There's my mark there. So that distance to that distance. So my shoe is going to be right through here, just by the white line where that white line is stretching. Anybody have any huge problems with that? So we're going to look at these two shoes. We're going to be short. It's just, you know, I want to come back to there, but I'm not going to give myself enough shoe to come around that foot. And that's the important part. The back half of that foot is trimmed. No more taking of it. No more making those heel quarters fit that foot. And if you don't come around that toe and fit that toe, you're going to cheat the heel quarters. There's nothing else there is about it. You're going to cheat them. It's like driving a car. It's like fullering a shoe. If you cut a corner and you want to make that corner a little faster, you cut it on this side, but then you're going to go full to come out the other side. But if you take the corner really wide, you have to cut the line when you come back around the corner. So if you go too full on your toe, you're going to cut the corners. That's just the problem I see. So I'm just going to get these going while it's getting warm up. 9 feet trim. Okay. Every shoe I do, I always take out all of these seams. Doesn't matter how many times manufacturers say they take out everything. I'm just a big fan of doing that. Just pretty straight through his quarters and then late quarters. Pinching your clips at the base. When you're doing this, it's at the base of the clip. The front of the clip more than the back of the clip, which the foot cones out. If you keep burning shoes back, but the back of your clip's always burning in, but the front's not, look at the pitch of your clips. They have to open up with the foot. Don't just pitch it in and hope for the best. I like a pair of hot fit tongues. I don't like using a britchel. Thank you. Left front. The reason I don't like a britchel is you've taken all that time to get that shoe level. You take your britchel, you pop it in there, the heels spring up, and something becomes unlevel. Then you go burn it right away. So, thank you. So, I'm looking at this, that. I'm there, shape-wise, but now I'm looking down and look at my clips. Just a light burn. Got young guys in certification, you come over that shoe smoking, you put it on there, there's smoke bellowing, you can't see what you're fitting. This is the most important one. Just go over there, take your time, sight down the foot. look down the back, look down the side. I've got to pinch that clip more, and I've got to pinch that clip more. My toes there. If there's a clip on a shoe, unless you handmade the shoe, don't go off the clip. You've got to go off the heels, otherwise you're going to twist, or you're going to be long on one heel and short on the other. On keg shoes, they don't offset them enough or too much. So you've got to trust yourself. So I'm close enough, I feel at this point, I can pitch my clips a little, notch them with my next bird and burn it back a little bit further to where I want to be and call it good. So I'm just going to pitch these clips right now. Just a little bit. Okay, my final bird. I'm coming above my foot, but I'm looking my heels across. Just a hair more on my clip, just a wee bit. There we go. It changed. Look at this outside. It went from there to there. Just by coming back just a little bit. This one is where I wanted. What I said I was going to do in the beginning. Center of stock, equal amounts around there and around the back. That's what I said. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the key. You know, if you want to fit feet differently, that's fine, but you must execute what you say you're going to do. That's the key. That's my whole point. It's important. Do what you say you're going to do. Not just afterwards, he needed that. I changed my mind halfway through because I couldn't fit it. He needed that. I'm just going to pop this in and go with that. I'm going to box this side up a little bit more. Okay. Let's go with the angle of the wall. That's what everybody wanted me to do in the beginning. Look at that foot now. Toe to heel. And I'll dress a little bit of that wall, but I want to maintain as thick a wall as I can. I might put a little dome into it. It's wet, where we shoe is wet and inside, it's really wet. So your feet are dead straight when you come back. They're out.